Hey everybody, welcome to Board Game Heaven. My name is Raymond, and in this video I'll be doing an unboxing of Eila and Something Shiny by Ice Makes Games. This is a solo adventure game where you're managing a deck of cards and resources. It's about a little bunny going on an adventure to find out what is that something shiny on the tip of the mountain there that you can see on the box art. So let's open up the box and see what's inside. So this is the box for Eila and Something Shiny, which has the nice box art on it. Eila coming out of the woods towards all of these locations in the world that you're gonna explore, trying to investigate what that shiny thing is over there. Now my box is a little bit dinged because sadly at least in Europe, they got shipped in just the box in a plastic bag. So that wasn't ideal. Of course, my corners got dented. But since I got this as a thank you for doing the review of the prototype of the game, the demo copy, which you can find if you click the eye in the corner of this video, I'm not complaining, but it is kind of unfortunate to the rest of the backers, though Ice Makes have promised to send people who really have a damaged box a fresh new box, just an empty box, so you can replace it. So that is very well handled, I think. Yeah, so it's got Eila on the side. It's a solo game for ages 8 and up. Plays at about 30 to 45 minutes per chapter, and it does have multiple chapters. And on the back, we can see another illustration of Eila. We can see the board, the cards that you use, the wooden tokens that you use for the resources. There are tuck boxes for each of the chapters. So there's a chapter 0, which is a tutorial chapter, and there's 5 following chapters that take you through the story. There's even a little comic book that tells the story. So that's pretty cool. It has the game's contents, a little bit of a story there. So yeah, that's that. Let's open up the box and see what's inside. All right. So, first of all, of course, we get a rule book, which is really nicely illustrated, I think. And looks like a nice leather-bound book. Has all the components here listed. Eila's diary. Tells you how the decks work and what you need to read before you start. Of course, you do not open any other chapter boxes because that will contain spoilers, of course. This is a story-driven game, so you don't want to spoil too much, which is why I'm not going to open the boxes in this unboxing either. I'm just going to tell you what you get, and you'll have to discover the story on your own. Tells you about the gameplay overview, how you resolved the event cards, all of these resource icons, which are pretty clear. These symbols are explained here, which is quite handy. There is a night phase and an ending of the chapter. You've got a little backpack tuck box there, so you can save any cards that you gain during a chapter and that you keep. And there's additional rules for chapter 2, so each chapter might have something new that is introduced, things that change. So you read that, and then chapter 3, stuff that happens there. Don't turn over until you start chapter 4, and chapter 5, so I won't. So this basically all contains additional information about those chapters, so you'll have to discover that. Here's a cool diary, basically sketches of how Eila was created, the design process. It's really funny with different colors here, super cute. And that's that. All right, so here's Eila's diary, which I also will not go through entirely. Oh, this is, wait, it's not the comic book. I thought this was the comic book, but it's not. So you can keep track. Oh, that's nice. You can actually keep track of what you've done in each chapter and which items that you gained. Oh, that's quite handy. There's multiple of those pages, so you can actually, you know, play through the game many times. And there is a little bit of a guide. Oh, that's handy, with tips should you have trouble. That's interesting. So we get the game board. All right, that was in here. That's quite unique. So we get the board. Here you go. So this is where you basically place the cards, and the deck box goes here where you pick the cards. This is your goal. It's going to be here. So yeah, this is the current chapter, and these are the cards that return, the cards that go out of the game. Your resources can be placed here. Tells you the resources that you can swap. And the other cards will be placed there. Stuff that you will, you know, add to the deck or gain, like it says here. So yeah, interesting. And on the back, it's just brown. Yeah, okay. With the logo. All right. Then the rest of this punch board has the card holder, I guess. Yes, this is the card holder. So this is the back, this is the front, the bottom, and the sides. So you put your cards in there. Here are some life counters, little hearts there. Okay, so we have all these trays here, so you can take this and basically put the resources in there as well. That's pretty cool. Or just keep them in there in the box. We have two nice looking dice with a little bunny face there. And the rest are just pips. There's a shield on the 2 side as well. So this is the 1. Yep, that face is the 1. And we have a green die, which has a shield on the 3. And the 2. And there's another 2 here, so it's not a standard D6. Okay, take that out. There's a piece of paper here. I'll just get that out as well. These are all the decks, the chapters. So the first one is, oh, they're all in shrink wrap. All right, this is an entire pack of cards, entirely shrink wrapped. This is the backpack where you can store your cards that you gain. That's pretty nice. All right, and then we have this here, which are all the wooden resources. So you have all these different colors. You have the brown skull, that's the fear token. You have this this green one, which I believe is an action token. The yellow ones are the gold coins. The carrots are food. You've got the stars, which are usually the goals you need to achieve. And the gray, the books, that's knowledge. And yeah, I believe that's all of them. So you get plenty of those, and you can, you know, you can divide them over these trays. And this looks like it will hold the card holder after you build it, so that even has a dedicated space. Nice to see that the box is black on the inside. Usually it's just cardboard, so that's nicely done. We have toolbox cards here in a nice tray with lid. This is still shrink wrapped. Hey, stop! You don't want to spoil the game, right? This is the front of the deck. Always keep this side face down to avoid spoilers. So you just do it like that. So I won't open this. And again, this is additional cards for the game. And here we have some more. So I'll probably have the same disclaimer card, yep, on the back as well. And here too. So yeah, these are just games. These are spells and other cards. So that's pretty cool, that you have all these cards that you are going to discover. You don't know what they are. And yeah, I can show you the chapter 0. So let me just get this shrink wrap off here. So I'll just put these to the side for now. There you go. This is what the boxes look like. So you got your number, the location where the story takes place, and pretty much nothing else. And inside you'll of course have a deck of cards. And these have been filled with a cardboard filler. So if you decide to sleeve your cards, you'll still have room in the box. that's also pretty nice, should you want to sleeve them. All right, so to give you an idea of what those cards look like, again, pretty big filler here. And there's a little booklet. All right, let me just get rid of that. This is the ending of the tree story, but it's a nicely colored little comic book. So I'm assuming every chapter has that. Is that the ending? Isn't that the beginning of the tree chapter? Because this is, yeah, okay, so this is at the end. Basically, the tutorial teaches you what you can do. So Eila just goes through a day doing the things she does, and then she falls asleep at the big tree. And basically the story is that she wakes up and she sees something shiny on the mountain. And that's when she goes on an adventure. All right, let me just open these up. All right, so if you really don't want to know what's in the first chapter, even though that's also in the most of the reviews and the review that I did as well, the demo copy, it doesn't really spoil that much, so don't worry. So there are a couple of cards where you make new friends, where stuff happens, there's a crossroads, and mostly, you know, you'll be doing chores because you're working part-time and you can decide what to do. And you can harvest carrots. And again, if you have a certain tool, you can do this, or you can just do it like that. So you don't always have a choice, but you learn from those cards because these go to the right, which means to the future. They're returned because you'll be working some more the next day. And you can remember that if you can get that tool, you'll get more carrots. So that's kind of what this game tries to do. It tries to teach you, and this is a one-time choice. These go to the left, so these are out of the game. And here you have a choice either to put it back to the future or to take it out of the game, and you gain a new card. And this is a card that goes in the middle. This is your goal. So you need to get 2 books before the time runs out. You've got 7 turns, and you've got 3 life, 3 health. And these are things you can do during the night phase. So you can either put 1 or 2 resources towards your goal, which need to be the gray books in this case. It can be different every chapter. Or you can, let's see, I think this means you can spend a green or a health. I'm not entirely, I don't quite remember what it was, but it's been a while. And 3 is you shuffle the cards and you start a new day. So you go through that. And it's double-sided because I think there was, now this looks the same to me, but I seem to remember there was an easy mode and a hard mode. Now this is the same for the tutorial, but one side had more of these resources that you needed, so you could make it more difficult. And that's basically what it is. So you have different numbers on the cards and different colors, but all of that is explained in my review video. All right, so that is basically what you get. So there's a whole lot of these deck boxes, and you know, these are pretty big, and this is full. I mean, let's just quickly see how much is in here. I mean, there's a big filler, but there's something inside. So there are tokens here, things there. So yeah, this is not just big, just for cards. There's other stuff in there as well. So I can't wait to find out what's going to happen on Eila's adventures. Oh, and I just wanted to show you real quick how you put the card box together. It's very simple. You just put the bottom inside these sides and then slide in the front and the back, like so. And this is just an indication that when you run through all of your cards, it's the night phase, and that fits nicely into that slot. And then I took all the resources, which are wood, and I really have to say that this is really good quality. They're small, but they're nice, they're colored, and they're painted with additional white details there. So that's pretty cool. I really like that. So we have those resources here and the hearts, of course, to keep track of your health. So that all goes in here. And then you can just put everything else back in the box. And there's even a bit of art on the inside of the lid. So that's, I think the production quality of this is pretty good. And so that was my unboxing of Eila and Something Shiny. If you'd like to see my review of the game, just click the I in the corner of this video or the link in the description below and that'll take you there. It is a spoiler-free walkthrough of the demo of the game. And well, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon if you'd like to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Please also consider becoming a Patreon saint to my channel by clicking the Patreon icon at the end of this video or the link in the description below, which will take you to my Patreon page where you can support what I do for as little as just $1 a month, which is greatly appreciated, really helps, and you'll get access to some of my Patreon exclusive videos as well as your name in the credits of all of my reviews here on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.